Arizona's summers, they are extremely hot. Some days it's downright dangerous, not just for us, but also for our precious fur babies. We're here at VCA Animal Referral and Emergency Center of Arizona. We're talking to a veterinarian about the warning signs and the danger of heat stroke in pets. This is Dr. Jessica Hoyce. She's a veterinarian here at VCA Eureka. Great to see you. You're a criticalist. What does that mean?
So I have extra training in emergency and critical care. So I deal with the sickest of the sick and try to get them back to their families who love them very much.
Yes, because we do love our fur babies, right?
Of course we do.
So I want to talk about specifically heat stroke. How common is heat stroke this time of year in pets?
It's fairly common, and that's our goal, is to try to help people understand what it is so we can try to minimize the risk. I think we actually see it more commonly in the spring and the fall, when our people don't really think about the fact that it's getting warm and we try to be active.
Yeah, we hear that term. We know, what it feels like in a human. What is heat stroke in pets?
So heat stroke, true heat stroke in pets, is a temperature over 104 and neurologic signs associated. There are some other forms of heat exhaustion and heat stress that ideally we would catch our pets in that stage so that we can actually prevent heat stroke.
So who's most at risk?
So most at risk are going to be pets that are overweight. We all love our pets, and sometimes they get a little chubby.
Because we give them too many treats.
Exactly.
I'm guilty of that.
And also our older pets, and then our pets that have the kind of smushy faces. So our pets that have a shorter nose, they have a harder time getting rid of the heat and panting it off.
So that's what a pet owner feels like. We know our little fur baby,
yes.
Right? So are there going to be visible signs that our pet is in distress?
Yeah, so oftentimes it's going to be panting excessively, it's going to be exhaustion or not wanting to go anymore on a walk. That pet is laying down, they're not right up with their pet owner anymore. And sometimes pet owners will say they just seemed really tired, or like they just couldn't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. And those are often going to be the most common signs that pet owners are going to see.
Now, we're not just talking about dogs.
No, cats can develop heat stress and heat stroke as well. They may not show signs quite as obviously, but panting in cats, so open mouth breathing, is not normal in cats. So if we're seeing that, that's pretty concerning.
Yeah, and who's most at risk?
In cats?
Yeah.
It's going to be any cat that's primarily outside, particularly during the summer months. Cats are less commonly going to be affected because we don't take them on walks and do things like that with them, but they still certainly can be at risk if they're not having enough shade or water.
So we look down and we see our little fur baby with some of those signs. Yeah. What's the first thing we need to do?
First thing is we need to get them out of the heat. Okay. So if we are hiking, we need to pick them up, turn around, get them out of the heat, try to get them some water, and then trying to get them to cool down. So the best way to cool down your pet is to get them some room temperature water on them, and then a fan on them to try to bring down their temperature. And then we really want to see them by a veterinarian if there's any concern about heat stroke, so that we can get them evaluated, and hopefully everything's fine, but we definitely want to make sure that we're making sure that they're okay.
And you said this is preventable.
It is. So main goals with prevention is understanding when is the time to exercise your pet during the heat. We all know it's not comfortable at noon right now here. So walking in the mornings, the late evenings, trying to understand your own pet and understand how far they can go, as well as if you have pets, ideally keeping them inside. But if you can't keep them inside, making sure that they have shelter, some fan, air movement, and fresh water at all times.
All right. Well, again, thank you for all the critical work that you do for our beautiful pets right here. We want to give you some information. If you feel that your pet could be in danger, here's the contact information for VCA Animal Referral and Emergency Center of Arizona. They're located at 1648 North Country Club Drive in Mesa. That's about a half mile south of the 202 freeway. The number to call, 480-877-0191, or visit them online, vcareca.com.